Hello everybody, I am Claudia. This is Patchwork with Claudia. Today's tutorial is with the friendship star. To work on it we need 5 squares of 4.5 inches and 2 squares of 5 inches to make this part. So let's see it. Here I already have my pattern ready to be assembled. So we are going to work first with the 5-inch squares. The first thing that we need to do is draw a line diagonally on one of the squares. Then we draw a line on each side with a 1/4 inch. On these lines is where we are going to sew, and in the middle line is where we are going to cut. So we align the two squares. So, and then when we cut is how we get it, our pattern. So let's work on it. We are here ready. Start sewing. Turn around and sew on the other side. We do the same with the other block. I help myself with pins to line very well the fabric. So here we have the blocks ready. So then here on the side we cut on the middle one and then we press and we get the block. Here I already cut the blocks. I am ready to press them. So here is the block. Now we need to verify that the block is 4.5 inches. If it's a little over, we trim it all around and we continue. Let's verify if our block is 4.5 inches. If not, we trim it. So it is a little over. That is totally fine. So now we are going to trim it, and we do the same for all 4 blocks. So it's just a little piece that is left over. Let's do on the other side. So my first block is already trimmed, 4.5 inches, all 4 sides. Now we need to do the same with all blocks. So now that these parts are done and all of them are trimmed to 4.5 inches, we continue assembling our block. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to sew here, 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 and here. After we do all of this, then we sew here and here. So let's continue sewing. Here we are sewing all pieces 1/4 inch. So let's organize our fabric that it align and start sewing. When we are assembling, we need to be careful that we don't twist the fabric so we don't get the wrong pattern. Now that we have all 3 rows ready, we press them and continue assembling our block. Here I already pressed my block, so now we can sew here and we can sew here, press again, and our block will be done. Here I held myself with pins to align the fabric on the seams of the prior blocks, so we have a better outcome. So let's start sewing a 1/4 inch. Our fingers will align the fabrics and continue sewing. We remove the leftover thread. Open. And now we are going to sew the other side. So again with pins, I held myself here to align these corners. And I verify that my fabric matches the top and the bottom. That is aligned. To prevent that the fabric moves, I held myself with some pins. And that way I get a little more precision. So let's continue. 1/4 inch and start sewing. this sewing part is done. We remove the leftover thread. So here we can see the pattern is done. So now we need to press again and we are done. So let's press our block to see how it turns. I am going to press my seams toward to the center piece. I have to steam a little bit and let's see how it turns. Here is the ending block. It is 12.5 inches. I hope you liked this tutorial and subscribe to my channel, like it. And this tutorial is also available in Spanish, the French is Star o Estrella de la Amistad. Hope to see you next time. Bye.